when you see us at 6 a.m. on a Monday, just take us as you see us. The weekend is over.
Yes.
And we got to get back to the business of making money.
Of course. Now, making money can seem like a drag, but then again, you have us. Hey. And as long as the money keeps rolling in, you're fine. But we'll be here with you all the way till just before 9 o'clock, and I think that's amazing.
That's
really.
great. That's really
I think
great.
it's great.
My name is Yomi Okwe. A very good morning to you.
My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Mwah! How was your weekend? We're streaming.
Blowing kisses at 6 in the morning.
Yeah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Show me love. Just because.
That's good.
Facebook. We're streaming right there on Facebook at TVC Connect, and our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria is about to trend. So you might want to jump on that train. Yeah. Use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah, I'm sure you have seen Mary at the corner of your TV screen. Yeah, that's she's gonna be.
She's looking all flowery.
Oh yeah.
And smiley.
I know.
Like someone who didn't work over the weekend.
She work.
I actually work. Today is technically Wednesday for me. Third day of the working week. But I'll be all right.
All right, so we'll go straight to this morning's highlights. Lots of stuff for you over the next 3 hours. Ajayi Tolulope, a.k.a. T Classic, is our first musical act this morning.
Yes,
and he has been singing since his secondary school days and will be joining us shortly.
We try our best to take you around the world in 180 seconds flat. Not 180 days, 180 seconds. So you can have a lot more options when thinking of taking that getaway. That will be happening a bit later on the show.
And every single day, technology breaks new grounds, and Mike will be bringing us tech updates to keep abreast of the happenings in that world.
Ooh, that looks good. Any gamers out there? Any gamers out there? Now, happiness has to be intentional. If you don't know this or don't know how to do this, maybe you should stay tuned for our conversation with author and life coach Victoria Praise Abram. Today's Monday Motivation.
We'll also be bringing you a bit of history in our This Week in History segment, and looking forward to all the stuff that's going way back and even more recent.
On car maintenance, we'll be having an automedic segment. Yes, indeed.
Looking forward to that one as well.
And then so much more when it comes to performances.
Afrofusion artist Aces will be joining us for a second musical performance today. In our SME series for this Monday, we will be meeting the founder and CEO of GHA, a health communication company. GHA.
Yes, sir.
GHA. Yeah, that's what it is. And of course, she's focused on providing public relations service to health and wellness organizations, and her name is Kemi Olawoye.
Yes, sir. Our last guest for today is veteran Nollywood actress and producer Okpeyemi Ayola.
From you.
So, Yoruba is a really interesting language.
She looked like
I said Ayola, right? Was that what I said? But it's
Ayola.
Ayola. Yeah. Man, Yoruba.
And you know, talking about Yoruba Demon started trending again last week.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, okay.
Mike, I'm sure, is going to feed us on that tomorrow on Entertainment News.
I don't know.
But basically, it had to do with someone who told someone something that the person now told somebody else, and somebody else now told somebody else, and now told the world.
Okay, so a lot of people telling people things.
A lot of people telling people things.
What?
It will be, don't bother. I would it will even come up on Entertainment News. It told me Big Brother Sonchabi.
It was trending over the weekend.
So you know the point. You see the point with that thing, that story, or that they have done so much, and you know you find something else to try to milk the audience's attention.
Yeah.
You understand? This is unnecessary. I mean, come on. People do whatever they want to do, and something that little now becomes so much.
It now becomes blown up, and
Look,
usually
the issue was all I don't have any business with this, and I'm all good. Like,
You guys are being so ambiguous this morning.
Usually,
so crazy.
usually what happens over a weekend, especially when with like Sunday mornings and afternoons, is that people get really bored. And so things can trend easily. So even the stupidest things, you just see, I mean,
this was actually trending on Saturday morning when people were getting ready for parties because it happened on Friday night.
Anyways, I mean, throughout the weekend, all the Big Brother housemates were trending. I was wondering why.
This was the reason.
That's what I'm talking about. There were 5 of them trending.
issue. It was an issue of kiss and
Nina,
tell and all
yeah,
of that.
kiss and tell.
And which is really not an issue.
Oh, okay.
It's the same thing I want to say. You know, when you look at the auditions that happen and you see how many people wanted to go there, you think that because it's entertainment, and those that have some sort of, that have an entertainment vibe, they're the ones that should go there. But you know, the way things are, you see everybody there. Yeah. And that's why when something comes up as what happened, which is not really an issue, it becomes
an issue.
The industry is very fickle, and there are even some artists, maybe later on we'll get to talk about this, there are some artists that have actually said, you know what, I'm not going to put that much money into this industry anymore. I might want to try other options.
When you say artists?
I'm talking about Waje. She had a lot to say on a video, and it trended on the weekend. We'll get to talk about that.
She didn't have any money for promos anymore. Yeah. She's done with all that.
Yeah. So,
like for promos, like pay to play type of things.
Yeah, all those publicity.
And then besides that, the UB Franklin and Nyanya issue and everything that came out via a blogger last year, an entertainment journalist, all the revelations he made that made people's eyes go, really? But you know, it's not surprising for many people who actually know stuff about all of this. So.
Yeah, but if you're going to do any kind of publicity, it costs money. So
it's not cheap.
Even if she doesn't do pay for play, she still has to pay for PR.
PR, exactly.
Yeah, whatever happens. Anyway,
there's a lot to talk about when it comes to that, but we'll be back with that maybe later on the show.
Welcome back. It's the first work day of the week, so naturally to expect some traffic on the road Monday morning, and let's see how much we can help you. If you are streaming live, I will probably can help you. If you've not yet left the house, we definitely can help you. Now, if you're at home, don't send traffic updates. Don't gonna be saying Agbara to Yanoba and you are sitting there in the house. No, but then if you're on the road, you can send, you can tweet to us at TVC Connect with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. All right, so if you are headed towards CMS, the island from Ojota at this particular point in time, it will take you about an hour, 23 minutes. Something happens. Ikorodu Road is not as blocked as I would expect it to be. Via the island, via a Third Mainland Bridge, it will take you 1 hour, 56 minutes. At this point, Third Mainland Bridge is actually much of a gridlock, much more than Ikorodu Road. So it might even be faster to head to the island via, it is faster to head to the island now via Ikorodu Road than Third Mainland Bridge, all right? And then some tweets also have also come in. This is at NG Car Parts. Tweets are coming in by the minute, but then the earliest one we have now, it says on the bridge en route Maza Link Bridge via the center lane along Badagry Expressway is currently good to go. You can get, this tweet came in about 2 minutes ago, so yeah, you can say it is reliable to an extent. Moving traffic currently from Lasu Gate inward Yanoba along Badagry Expressway. This was about 7 minutes to go. Yeah, and then on the island at this point, Alfred Rwani en route Akia Desola, currently appreciable movement. And so, yeah, and then moving traffic currently from inward Abule and on that bridge along Badagry Expressway. There's something after the Abule, but I just don't want to moderate to you. Wherever, even the Abule is not Abule. Oh, wow. Lovely language, I must say, Yoruba. Okay, so, but then if you are headed, we are around Magodo area, Magodo towards the island, will take you about an hour, 25 minutes via Third Mainland Bridge. At this point, if you have not yet gotten on the bridge, you are on a long thing. Oro, straight up into the bridge at Adeniji and down to Ring Road is quite tight at this particular point in time. In fact, from the map here that I can see, it's maroon, thick red. So there's almost nothing you can do. If you can use the Ikorodu Road, like I said much earlier, Ikorodu Road, after CMS, you know, when you're heading down from CMS as though you're heading towards Bondi Camp and all of that, it's quite tight. But then Ikorodu Road, as it is not so bad, not as bad as a Third Mainland Bridge. Okay, and then Admiralty, this is of course right inside, right on the island. Admiralty Way inward Lekki Tollgate is currently good to go, but slight traffic approaching Tollgate proper. I had to check this on the map, and yes, this is quite the case as of now. So it's something that you can count on Admiralty Inward Lekki. So if you're coming out from Lekki and you're headed towards Ikoiling Bridge, Ikoiling Bridge, at this particular point in time, it's not so serious. You can still move as it is. But this is 6:36 a.m. So as an early bird, you should have been out. If not, you won't catch the worm. Okay, and a steady movement currently from Fatbems inward mile 2. Okay, this is at road car parts NG. And then Agbara on route Okoko. Currently good to go, barring bad roads. Exactly, even this morning, getting here this morning, roads are quite an issue. I know there was something quite contentious the Minister of Transport stated about roads, and he stated that it was the human factor that causes accidents much more than the roads. Now, I think it's a debatable fact, but yes, we know there's a human factor. But if the roads were not so bad, the human factor will not count for so much. Yeah, so yeah, watch out for roads on roads that you are not familiar with. Now, this morning, one of my producers, Halima, she of course, it's her route, so she knows the roads. Like, when you get to the pothole, she doesn't even have to, okay, yeah, I know there's a pothole there. So I'm even thinking that the day when it's fixed, it's going to be a problem because she's expecting a pothole. But if it's on a road you don't know, what I'm trying to say, if it's on a road that you don't know, then you should ensure that you don't go past a particular speed limit. Just be very, very careful when you are going on new roads, right? Now, Ido to Kata Bridge is currently good to go. This was about 15 minutes ago. Okay, Kata Bridge, yeah, Ido to Kata Bridge is currently good to go. And yeah, this is busy traffic from Ilekpo. Did I get that one? Ilekpo, inward. Oh, man. Okay, so I've spoken to different people. Now, this is what happens. I've spoken to different people. I've been in Lagos for a short while, but the Yoruba language is quite a very unique language. I think it's one of the hardest languages to learn. Why do I say so? A Yoruba word, when pronounced with a particular accent or a particular way, one word would mean like 5 different things. I'm telling you, 5 different things. Now, that same word, so are not 5 different things that are related. So if you say one word is maybe television and monitor, no, one word could be a blessing and a curse. At the same time, depends on how you pronounce it. I mean, what do you get?
It could be pronounced in different ways. It could be pronounced in different ways, and the different ways could have different meanings. Then it could be spelt in different ways and have the same sound.
But then I know something. I know is that it's one of the biggest languages outside Africa to learn. I mean, when you go to renowned universities, Yoruba language is quite a reputable, wonderful language to learn there. You know, so I don't know. In here, as much as when it comes to being inclusive, I think we should. One language I would love to learn would be Japanese. Mandarin is actually said to be one of the easiest languages to learn. The South African language, is it Xhosa?
There are quite a few Africans.
Can be very hard. But Yoruba, we are too much. Let's see, we are here. All right, that's all on Lagos traffic this morning. I hope we're able to, help you a little bit. You can check out some of those tweets and still sending tweets to us across the day, of course, at TVC Connect with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. Those guys are already having coffee. I don't know. Don't you think I need coffee?
You know, this Mike's talk about languages. Mike claims he has been in Lagos for a short while.
Short while? How short is short?
How short is that short? He has to answer that when he comes here, because we know quite well that Mike has been in Lagos for at least 4 years. So it's important for him to define the short.
It's
4 years.
I think you need to figure out what you will learn in Lagos.
It's probably done.
What's more effective to learn in Lagos?
See?
Is it Pidgin English that's more effective to learn, or Yoruba? So, like for me, I've said this many times before, Yoruba is like my second language because I learned English first. I started learning Yoruba when I was like 13 years old. And it was really crazy for me because I had to start learning Pidgin and Yoruba.
Well, you know, I actually find that very surprising. I'll tell you why. Some of my relatives and friends who grew up in the UK, many of them actually speak better Yoruba, for example, than I do. Because that for them is more or less like their local way of communicating, where foreigners are. So it's like a code way of being able to have a great conversation.
The challenge I had was our neighbors that were Nigerian used to speak Igbo.
Okay.
And then the other Africans in the environment included Zimbabweans, Ghanaians,
So why don't you just learn
and
Igbo
everybody.
now? You learn one
I actually did start learning Igbo. But the truth is, the Nigerians I knew were all communicating in English. They were hardly ever really communicating Yoruba.
I guess it has to do with
so
the
my
area.
mom would speak English, my dad would speak Yoruba in return. so I would understand it, but I would never really speak it. But eventually I got the meanings of most words, most phrases, but man,
The thing
to start by myself.
I believe it has to do with the area because I know so many communities, African communities, especially in London, where almost everybody knows how to speak Yoruba, even the Igbos, because that's like their code word. So
so that other people won't understand what they're saying.
So other people don't understand what they're
I
saying
get
because
you.
they realize
I get you.
that some foreigners understood pidgin English and all. But hey,
At the point, I was
you know,
the only black child in
So
my
growing
in my
up,
class.
see, so that's
growing
why.
up.
It was crazy.
So
That's
they
why-
used to
that's
tell us
why
that
it's the
time,
area.
learn your language. I wonder, why should I learn my language? Say, if war should break out now. I don't know. Was any of you
God
told
forbid.
that? Was any of you told that? I mean, you never heard that growing up.
Just
So you tell that, learn your language.
I didn't hear
Yes,
that
now.
till I was
Identify
in
with your
You say,
secondary
learn your
school.
language. You say, what if war should just happen now? If war should just happen now, they'll come and do, hey, oh yeah, where are you from?
No, but that actually came as a result of the Civil War.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something happened at the point where, you know, the northern soldiers, what I heard, that once they catch anybody from the south, or you don't look like someone from the south, they, you know, point a gun at you and say Toro. And you have to say Toro. If you say Tolo, that's a big problem.
But you
Wow.
know something, I mean, that's one of my biggest fears. I pray there will be no civil war
There will
because,
never be, by God's grace.
God forbid, I might get caught in the middle. I don't look like my tribe.
Neither do I.
People who
actually.
see me, the first thing they think
Mary.
of is either Fulani or
Mary.
Edo, Igbo.
Mary,
Well, nobody ever thinks
Mary,
Yoruba.
say Toro.
Toro. I'll be all right, right?
No, I just tell them I'm Greek. Take shoes, scrap to sketch
That one is worse.
That's what
That's
I-
worse.
I'm
You'll be
Greek.
buried alive.
Say, like, I'm a diplomat. See, look, I'm an international citizen.
Diplomat.
You have to understand.
Where's
See,
your passport?
My passport. See, you see, as I was coming, and as I was going, the passport now went on its own.
But you know, one of the things that inspired me the most was when I was learning languages. I was really impressed to realize that in Brazil, for example, people learn Yoruba seriously.
It's amazing
There
you
are
should
actually
say that.
communities in Brazil that speak Yoruba. They come to Nigeria. You know, sometimes you see white folks, Caucasians, who actually come wearing our local fabric and stuff, speaking fluent Yoruba.
Yeah.
And I realized that most of them are actually Brazilians. It was a point of, you know,
Yeah.
inspiration for me.
Then places like Jamaica as well. You know the word Pekin? Pekin actually is the Jamaican word Pikinini.
Well,
So the Pikinini.
Pekin is actually
Pikinini.
from Portuguese.
Yeah, but Pikinini, right? The full Pikinini word came from Jamaican slaves.
It's also
does
sourced
Pikinini
from
mean?
Portuguese.
It means baby,
It means
child.
child. Pikino, Pikina.
Yeah.
That's Portuguese.
Yeah.
It's just like sabi. I sabi you.
Yeah.
It's actually Portuguese. It's
Yeah.
from the verb saber,
Yeah.
which means to know. So
Yeah.
I know you. I sabi you.
Sabi, yeah, that's
So
Exactly.
so many words that we use as slangs
Crazy.
are actually from Portuguese.
All right, so you sabi say we have to take a break now,
Yes, we have to take a break now.
and we'll be right back with more on Wake Up Nigeria.
Stay with us.
This tea is hot. Oh.
Mike and food. All right, you're welcome again. It's still Wake Up Nigeria on TVC, and it's time for our performance. Yes, the very first performance for today. With me is Ace. He likes to call himself Superstar Ace. Ace's first artistic outlet was poetry, and then he made a gradual procession into writing and performing, and it was largely influenced by both African and international acts. He's been able to achieve considerable growth as an artist, and he currently shuffles between Lagos and Joburg. It's a pleasure to have you here
Thank
today,
you very
Aces.
much.
Okay, so what informed your name Aces? I know Aces has to do with tops, the best and
Yeah,
all.
exactly. You
Yeah.
have it figured out already. I chose the name Ace, well, Superstar Ace, because growing up, I always saw myself as an ace amongst my peers.
Okay.
And that's what I intend to do with my music and working in entertainment. My goal is to work till I become an ace in my field.
So what are your biggest influences?
Well, my biggest influence is definitely musically. One, we're talking Fela Kuti, the great legend, was someone I was he really captivated, like got my attention growing up. I thought he was like
Fela Kuti.
Fela Kuti,
Wow.
yes.
So what was your favorite Fela Kuti song?
I like Zombie, I like What I Know Get, and there's a bunch of them.
Oh, right.
I can go on, the list goes on.
So
But yeah, I did listen to a lot of B.I.G. I listened to a lot of Tupac.
Oh, really?
growing up. So yeah, I have some rap influences and hip hop influences in my music.
Can you rap to save your life?
That depends.
That depends.
But
Okay, you have to
wouldn't-
save your life now. Give me 2 lines.
I wouldn't say I'm a freestyle.
No, you need to save your life right now. Give me
Okay.
2 lines. Let's hear you. Please, no bad word.
My name is Superstar Ace, and I come to shake up the place. That's 2 lines.
And that's that's supposed to be you
That's
rapping.
it. That's 2 lines. You asked for 2 lines, nothing more.
Yeah, but I thought you were going to put the swags and all.
Oh no, I'm not a freestyle artist, like a freestyle MC rapper. No, my style is not free.
So what kind of style would you define yours
Look,
as?
I do Afrobeat, Afrofusion music. I take time to create content, write my lyrics, make sure that everything I'm saying in every song makes sense. So yeah, I wouldn't consider myself
That's impressive.
a freestyle or
You're a
rap
songwriter
MC.
as well?
Yes.
Tell me everything you do. So you write songs.
I write
you
songs.
You sing them.
I sing. I'm a
Okay.
commercial model signed to an international modeling agency. I do TV
fantastic.
commercials.
Okay.
I throw parties.
Okay.
I produce. I make beats. I do a bunch of stuff.
You do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I do
Very
a bunch of
impressive,
stuff.
really.
Thank
You know,
you.
as they say, you always have to put your
You can't put your
hands
eggs in
different-
one basket,
Yeah,
you know.
you have to put your hands in different pies just so you can feed properly.
Yes.
So moving forward, we're looking at years from now, say 5 years from now. What are your goals?
Well, I want to be recognized as one of the biggest Afrobeat artists out of Africa, and yeah, I think I'm on the way to getting that done so far. Having achieved a major thing, I am Warner Music's first continental African artist, and Warner Music is the 3rd biggest record label in the world. So for me, that's a good head start to seeing myself at the top in 5 years.
And talking about the top, we always have the either Nigeria, Ghana argument, the Nigeria, Joburg argument.
Yeah.
But we talk the Nigeria, Joburg now because of music.
Yes.
For you, which one would you say is the largest market? Which one would you say is the one that you connect with the most?
I think that's a question not to be asked.
you have to give me that.
Definitely, it's Afrobeats in Nigeria. The Nigerian music industry is
Yeah.
it's global. It's not an African thing. It's totally global right now. So definitely, I'll side with my people.
That's the way to go. So it's time for you to give us that performance.
Yes,
The
yes,
Fundamental
yes.
by Superstar Ace featuring Runtown.
Runtown,
All right,
correct.
take it away.
Now, Mondays can be such a drag, man.
What does that
sometimes.
even mean? Like,
I don't know. It's just like
there's some people that
Monday-
Mondays are their days.
Really?
You know, some people take Mondays off.
Okay, well,
I met a couple
true.
of people who say, you know, Monday they don't do
But
anything.
not everybody can do that. It feels like someone dragged you out of bed. But hey, hopefully we can help you feel a little bit better about Mondays. And well, if you've been watching Wake Up Nigeria, you shouldn't really feel like it's a drag.
Yeah.
Maybe you've not really been around
Yeah,
for a while. Maybe that's why.
Yeah,
you're
I
feeling that
actually
way.
saw someone yesterday in church who said that now she watches Wake Up Nigeria.
Okay.
Nearly 2 years after. Because now it starts at 6 a.m. and finally she could get to see it before leaving for work.
Makes sense.
Which
makes
is a
sense.
good thing.
Now, there's so much in this show. This particular show is all the rage right now because it takes pride in chasing those Monday blues away and turning it into a fun day.
All right. So it's our breakfast show. It's the
Yes,
number
it
one breakfast show. And we've got lots of stuff going on this morning. And something is supposed to be happening in the kitchen. I don't know why Mary's wasting time.
Don't worry, something
The
will
table
happen.
is still empty.
Don't worry. I give you my... Okay, don't let me give you my word, but something will happen in the kitchen.
Something that is
Fingers
not
crossed.
noodles.
Yomi, are you hungry this morning? It's not like... Okay, it's like
Wow,
you lately, but...
Yomi,
Are you hungry?
We don't want noodles this
So Yomi can always put on the apron and go and make something happen.
Oh, that would be
Ladies, don't you agree?
fantastic.
I'm planning.
Put on an apron and make
I-
something happen.
Yomi, I want boiled yam and fried eggs.
As
That's what
in-
I'd like this morning.
Really?
That's what I'm craving. I'm actually in a very good mood,
Do I
so
look
I'm
like
trying
a
to
chef
contain
to
my
you?
excitement right now.
Mary, do I look like a chef to you? But I can.
Yomi, you
know-
would look like a really good chef. You know, we've had some really good-looking chefs here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but the only thing is, I'll leave you in the kitchen with Mike, so you guys can slug it out between yourselves.
Wow. Mike and Yomi in the
Mike
kitchen.
and Yomi
That
in the
would be a sight.
Anyway, guys,
We'll
we're
give them like
streaming
30
live.
minutes cooking time.
Don't mind Mary. Don't just ignore her. We're streaming live right now on tvcontinental.tv. So don't forget. And also on Facebook as well at TVC Connect.
Yes, so our hashtag is on fire. Hashtag Wake Up Nigeria. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Use it on all those platforms. And we'll be right there with you taking all your messages.
All right. So hopefully Chef Tina is going to be joining us. But we're going to take this morning's highlights. First on the list, we have...
I wanted to say something before you give us the highlights.
Yeah, go ahead.
People need to send in their birthday shout-outs ahead of tomorrow. So if you have a birthday coming up or you know someone that has a birthday coming out, send in their picture, their name, and their birthday date to us online. And then, of course, use our hashtag
do it.
Wake Up Nigeria.
And of course, we're going to be taking those birthday shout outs if we can today. Otherwise, it'll be tomorrow and on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
All right, so tech updates with Mike will be coming up very shortly.
Yes, sir.
And the latest things from the world of technology.
Very important.
Looking forward to it.
Can't wait, can't wait. And on Monday Motivation, author and life coach Victoria Praise Abraham is going to be here. She's going to be talking about how to be intentional with happiness.
Intentional with happiness. I like it. And also coming up will be nuggets from our This Week in History segment.
Ajayi Tolulope, aka T Classic, is going to be a musical act for us today. He's been raging since his secondary school days, and we'll be having him on the show very shortly.
And joining us to talk about sustaining a business from scratch, we have Kemi Olawi, who is the founder and CEO of GHA, a health communications company. And she's going to be talking to us about the challenges starting a business and running a business in Nigeria.
Trending is a singing group called Kabusa. They'll be joining us for a chat and a performance very, very soon.
Our celebrity guest this morning is Nollywood actress and producer Okpeyemi Ayola. Yeah, she's going to be joining us.
deserve this from you.
Wow.
The devil is going to be somewhere right now watching.
Ah.
Humans, now don't they pass me?
Ah, okay. I don't think we should touch that particular.
No, we shouldn't.
topic.
We
But,
shouldn't.
What? Why should you not touch it?
Really? Really?
There's this series, Lucifer. You guys seen it?
Gosh.
Anything that
it's-
has to do with stuff like that.
That's a wonderful name, by the way.
So there is a series
Yeah,
such as
Bright
that-
and Morning Star.
that-
You know Lucifer. So
Trends online
there's a little. It's a very. They just use it to sell the series. You know when they're trying to make. But there's something he said. There's the time they promoted it, and then he goes and then a lady asks him, "So what's your name?" He says Lucifer. He says, "Wow, what's your name?" It's actually God given.
like God-given. So
You know, it's Bright and Morning Star. It was God given. So it's just
there's
a very
so much
very funny
controversy
series.
around that
Very
series, and
funny
they've
series.
discontinued it.
That
you know,
was
because
Rich is
of
wrong.
the
No, it was not because of that one. They already
Really?
knew. It went for like 3 seasons.
If it was really gonna sell, it would
It had
still
already
be
gone. It
on.
was not because of the name, nah.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so this morning I am actually very, very excited. At this moment, this is my #1 group. When I meant #1 group, I know what I'm saying. When I heard the song and the performance, I played it. It was on repeat for it went like over 20, 30 times. But hey, this morning I've got the Kabusa Oriental Choir in the house. It's great to have you guys. Finally, man, in their full costume. We have to get water here because they have to enter water. But it's great to have you guys. And let's see. Let's get to meet each of you personally.
Yeah. Okay, I'm Austin Khan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who is Austin Khan in the group?
Austin Khan is like the choir director that doesn't take shit. Doesn't take rubbish.
I know that they have individual, properties and all of that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So.
My name is Ransom.
Okay. Who's Ransom in the group?
I'm the instrumentalist, the keyboardist, the one who plays
Who plays
everything.
the keyboard?
Yeah.
Okay, and then our priest here, the one that enters the water. Okay.
I'm Young Chris by name. I play all kind of roles.
Okay.
I play all kind of roles. Dynamic roles, yeah, in the group.
All right, dynamic role. I like that. I like that. And you?
I'm Vion.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm the one who never comes to rehearsal.
I actually look, man. This is officially my application. I need to join this choir. This is officially my application. But let's talk about how you guys came together with this unique concept. Who brought the concept? How did you guys come together with all of this?
Actually, we have been together for quite some time. This idea just popped one day when we were at the ATM in Transcorp Hilton, Abuja. So the idea just popped in. I said, imagine what Yeba would sound like if we sang it in the choir form. So I started singing, they gave me parts, and everybody, and then we started laughing there. And then we now went to the studio. We wanted to record an actual song. Okay. And then suddenly we just decided to do this other one. And then when we posted it, it was everywhere.
Okay, but wait, are you guys have actually a choir background? Like, let's talk about that background. Were you guys singing in the choir before now, or how was it?
Yes, we all belong to a choir.
Okay.
I was in the choir.
Okay. How about them? Were they in the choir?
Yeah, they were in the choir too. Play the instrument and then he sings also.
All right. So, but now, how was the response after you got all the response and you saw all of this? How did you guys feel? What did it make you? Did you feel like, okay, yeah, this is making sense?
Like, it was massive. We didn't expect it. We just woke up to our phones blowing up. We've never had it like that before. Like, the whole country was talking about us. I couldn't believe it. So we now said, we have to take this thing seriously.
Yes, so you have to. How far do you expect to take this? Where do you expect it to take you to?
Yeah, we're going really far. Like, we want to get to a point where this choir becomes the #1 choir in Africa. Like, when they are mentioning top choirs in Africa, they mention Kabusa Oriental Choir. Okay,
but now, would you guys always do remixes of popular hit songs? Is that the theme? That's a wonderful theme, by the way. But would you guys continue doing that, or would you change at any time?
No, we're not planning on changing completely, but at some point we would like to fuse in our original songs because we're actually songwriters too. So
and then now, something I also love is your artistic, the drama you guys bring to the film, not just the choir. I know they put it into the water at that time. That dramatic feel, how did you guys decide to put that into your, performances?
I don't just know how to say about that, but all I know is it's in the blood. It's in the blood. It's in the blood. So I think it's in the blood.
It's in the blood.
Yeah.
Okay, now, so you guys now, apart from going to the studio to put this together, you put up, you shot this video and all of this, and then people reposted. It went around. People reposted. Big celebrity. In fact, it wasn't on Jazz's page. I saw you guys and all of that. And people reposted and all of that. And I know you guys want to take this quite very far. What were you guys doing before before you guys came together like this?
Like as you said earlier, we've been together before, and we've been doing songs. He's our producer.
He's the producer. Let's talk. So you're the one that put up. You're the one that put up all the. It's not easy. I mean, having to remake a hit song. When I heard that, for my papa, I say, no, this guy's man. So you're the producer, the one that puts all of this together. Yeah. Wonderful.
Most times it's organic. We don't have to really force anything. Whenever we go to the studio, we just vibe around, and then everything just comes out nice.
I like that. When you find something you can do that comes out that way, then you are doing the right thing, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's get ready for our performance. I have to. Are we arranging? Because I'll join after this performance. After the performance, I will join the choir, but they want to get ready now and give us that performance. Okay, guys, you guys are too much. Take it away.
I swear, I swear, I swear, I swear, I swear. Bible killing them all. I swear, I swear, I swear, I swear, I swear, I swear. We got them when they light out.
Welcome to the kitchen on Wake Up Nigeria. It's a beautiful new week. I especially like that I'll be starting it off with Chef Tina in the kitchen.
Good morning.
Without a customary hat. What happened? Oh, okay. Because when you see Chef Tina, you see her trying to keep up with me height-wise.
Yeah,
with that huge heart.
I told Mary today that I want people to see how tall I look. So I'm going on my cap right now.
So how was your weekend?
Very well.
Great, great.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Same
Fine,
here.
fine. So for this morning, we'll be making something
different.
Yeah. And something from the Caribbean and all. So what are we making today, Chef Tina?
We're making Jamaican curry soup and rice.
Okay, I actually had to like lick my lips. Yeah. But the ingredients are on your screen right now, so you can quickly scribble them up and of course keep up with us. So what's the first thing? Let's talk about the ingredients.
Okay, I have my chickens. This is actually the soft chicken. Okay. Then I have my green pepper, red pepper. I have my all grinded spice. Okay. And I have my spring onions. Okay. My Jamaican curry, my seasoning cube, and I also have my salt.
That's a lot of salt. Okay, but what is this?
This one is spring onions. This is red bell pepper, just to make it a little bit hot. Okay. Then I have my carrots, then tomato is just to garnish it.
And then ginger, onion.
I have my...
And garlic.
Yes,
yeah.
I have my
Those
garlic.
are three signature items when Chef Tina is in the kitchen. Ginger, onion, and garlic. All right, so what's the process like? We're boiling rice on one side now. That's the rice we're serving it with, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the process like for making the sauce?
Not to be too fast. Okay. Just have my olive oil.
Okay.
Just little of my olive oil.
Okay.
Then the next thing that goes in, I'll just crush my garlic. As soon as it's hot, crush my garlic.
Okay. So it's important to have a garlic crusher in your kitchen?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Many of us are used to just cutting it up.
No, me, I don't like it. I prefer using this.
Crusher?
Yes.
So what's the difference between cutting it and crushing it?
Crushing it, it will give you very smooth paste, unlike the one that you chop, or maybe you blending it actually more better.
Okay.
So I have my seasoning cube in it.
Yeah, you always do that. You never break seasoning cubes. Like,
then
I do it a lot now myself.
I'm going to put in my chicken.
Also, we are frying the chicken.
We'll fry and later cook.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. This kind of frying now, wow. You don't have onions in it? Is it
No.
deliberate?
Yes. I'll add the onions.
Garlic, right?
Just garlic and my seasoning cube.
Wow. I've never tried that before, just garlic and seasoning.
It's really, you know, we have different ways of cooking.
Yeah.
And if you really want to have that juicy taste in your chicken, you just go through this procedure and it comes out very nice.
I always learn new things from you. Ginger and seasoning cubes, and then you throw in your chicken to fry.
Yes.
I've never ever tried that. Never. I know
Mary, it's
onions.
really very sweet.
Wow.
It's very sweet.
And you did not pre-season the chicken?
No. You know the seasoning cube already?
Yeah.
with it.
Because you know you like to marinate the chicken a lot of times. And all.
This is another process of you marinating whatever you're marinating, you understand? Maybe your fish. And you know, because the garlic is here already and we have our seasoning cube, you know, the spice really go deep in it. It's like you using maybe vegetable oil that you use to fry chicken. You want to use it to make maybe jollof rice or any other thing. You know, that's strong. You know, so
I'd like to make an apology to my younger sister, Onidamola. Every time she fries chicken without boiling, I'm always on her case. I always say, what rubbish?
What's rubbish?
It's not as if you are cutting it into bits. But just look at Chef Tina doing it, and I'm like, ooh, ah. Meanwhile, I never appreciated the chef in her. You need to see, especially when she's in a hurry, she just throws it in. She's the only other person I've seen who puts ginger, garlic, onion, and oil. But I've never seen just garlic before. Oh, wow. Okay. We need to explore that girl's talent. Wow. This looks really good. So what's the process like?
You just allow this for a while. Then the next thing that goes in, I'll add my spice. I'll add my onions.
Right.
Yeah.
So the onions go inside?
The onions will go in.
Is it a one-pot dish?
It's a one-pot dish.
Okay. So we'll let the chicken fry. And then, of course, when we get back, it will be to show you the rest of the process. In the meantime, however, it's time to get down to motivation, yes. Trying to stay happy. And Titi is on standby for that. Titi.
Thanks, Mary. Now, I can see that you are staying happy with the smell of that chicken.
It's always good to be in the
Goodness me. Happiness, they say, is intentional.
Yes,
I'm intentionally waiting for that chicken. Everyone deserves a chance at happiness. And for Monday Motivation this morning, Victoria Praise Abraham is going to be talking about learning the art of intentional happiness. Okay, so happiness, we talk about happiness all the time. Not everybody is happy. So many have begun to accept that they're not exactly happy, they're just content. But then when we add the word intentional happiness, I think it changes the whole definition. Can you help us with that?
It does change everything. You know, the word intentional means deliberate. It means predetermined. It means that you planned it, you thought through the process. You know, so when you add both intentional and happiness, it means that you intentionally planned your happiness. You chase after it. You go for it. You make your happiness happen. You plan your happiness. You don't wait to be happy. You are intentional about it.
So is it something you believe that a lot of people are waiting for happiness to find them?
Yes, a lot of people wait to be happy. That's not correct, you know, because sometimes life deals us blows that are beyond us. You know, the other day I said something came to my consciousness, and I said that I am here because of God's mastery. And if it wasn't for God's grace, I would be history. Because life can sometimes be a mystery. But we're all products of God's artistry.
Wow, are we going into poetry right now?
Yeah, that's a bit of poetry right there. But that's the truth. You know, you've got to consciously be happy. You've got to consciously count your blessings, you know.
I have a friend, a friend that was actually, I feel like she was hoping that once she found a man, she would be happy. I don't know, you know, I know she is happy right now. But the issue is a lot of people are waiting for a man to complete them. What advice would you give to someone that's in that particular position now?
I mean, it's terrible to have to wait for a man to come and complete you, because you're already complete. That's what the Word of God says. You are complete in Christ. So we're already complete. If you're a woman and you're waiting for a man to make you happy, that's a bad thing. You've got to be happy before you meet the man, so that by the time you meet the man, both of you hopefully are happy and you make a happy couple.
Okay.
But you know, the problem is a lot of women, you know, out there think that they've got to find this man. No, there are things you can do by yourself to make you happy. And that's where the concept of intentional happiness comes to play.
Okay, so I know that for a lot of women, maybe, well, for a lot of people, physical enhancements.
Yes.
They feel like, you know what, if I was fairer, if I was taller, if I had a flatter tummy, I would be happier.
Okay.
You know, and they go out of their way to intentionally get enhanced.
Okay.
So I'm talking about people that bleach their skin to a certain extent, people that go for tummy tucks and wear, you know, body suits and things like that.
Yes.
What would you say to that?
It's a bit of a tight corner, you know, a bit of a difficult question to answer. Because in preaching intentionality, you can actually go after things that would make you happy.
Okay.
But on a personal note, I believe God made me complete.
Okay.
I believe He made me perfect.
Okay.
I obviously, wearing lipstick is an enhancement.
Okay.
You know, I didn't come like this.
Yeah.
Wearing a red dress is an enhancement. So there are things you can do, but when you have to go to the surgery, you know, to do a tummy tuck or to do stuff to your body, I'm not for that. That's a personal choice. But if you believe you need to go that far to make yourself happy, I can't say you shouldn't.
So in the end, they are being kind of intentional.
Yes,
but I guess it should be for them and not for someone else. So it shouldn't be someone else requesting that they change the color of their skin.
Exactly,
or
exactly. It should be you. You should be happy for yourself. Happiness, you should, what I say about happiness, you should choose happiness. You should own happiness. You should share happiness. And you should be happiness.
Okay.
Those are the things I say about being happy.
At a point, you know, there was a time where I couldn't really figure out whether I was actually happy or I was just content.
Okay.
So for instance, I'm someone that I don't really feel like I need to have $1 million to be happy. But that's just me. But then again, I know a lot of people who are chasing every single dime, dollar, naira, every single day with the hopes that having that extra money will make them happy. What would you say to that?
Money can do things that can make you happy.
Okay.
That's true, you know. But chasing after money, thinking that that chase would make you happy might not necessarily make you happy.
Okay.
We've heard of billionaires or millionaires who have committed suicide. You know, they have all the money, they have women, you know, all around them. They have all the trappings of life, and they still committed suicide. So if it's a chase after money, if that was going to make you happy, you know, then obviously you wouldn't need to commit suicide. You know, but saying that, you need to chase after something, but I believe it should be a noble cause that is greater than you, that will benefit humanity. That's a better chase.
That's something better to chase after.
That's better to chase after than just money.
So we coined today's topic intentional happiness.
Yes.
So does this also go to say that there are some people that intentionally can be unhappy? Does that make sense?
It makes sense, and I hope you and I are not one of those such people.
So they deliberately, you know, make themselves unhappy.
It's possible, you know, maybe they're moody and they don't want to get out of that mood. That's intentionally making themselves unhappy.
Okay.
You know, so it's possible.
All right. And on that note, we have to intentionally take a break now.
All right.
But Victoria Praise Abraham, it's always a pleasure having you in the studio. And hopefully what we've talked about today, hopefully it encourages someone to start their journey to intentional happiness. Talk to us on social media about it. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria. Stay with us, y'all. Wake Up Nigeria continues.
Thank you so much.
All right,
right, you're welcome back to the kitchen. Guys, chef of the day is, drum rolls, Chef Tina! I feel like I should have some stuff flying everywhere. And she's, oh yeah. And today she's making Jamaican curry sauce with rice. We can't wait to dig into it. So far so good. What have you done here? Because you haven't just fried, you've done some other things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just added my olive oil, my garlic, seasoning cube.
The ingredients are currently on your screen, by the way. Jamaican curry chicken soup and rice. Please go on.
So I have my chicken in already. So the next thing that I'm going to put in here is just my grinded spice.
Okay.
All grinded spice.
Okay. So this spices, can you tell us what? I know for sure there will be black pepper.
When we say all spice, everybody have their own way of making different kind of spice.
Okay.
I have mine. It's my own recipe. You know, there's something that one does. Maybe when you go to a place and you have a feel of the person's food, you're like, I know this is Mary. Mary is the one that made this food. Just like we eat some cakes, and when we just eat have a bite, the next thing we say, I know where this cake is from. You know, so that is it. So right now I've added my all grinded spice.
Okay.
I'm going to just put little of my onion, just little of it.
Spicy, very spicy.
So
I'm a bit apprehensive. I know that's why there's pepper.
I'll add water now. I'll add water. So once I'm done with the water,
you're going to boil the chicken again.
I'll boil the
after
chicken.
frying it.
Yes, I'll boil the chicken because I want the stock to really go in deep into the chicken. So
for how long are we going to boil the chicken?
This covering of this is just for like 10-15 minutes. Voila, it's good to go.
So
then,
when the chicken is boiled, what happens?
I will now add my Jamaican curry.
Okay.
Then I'll...
Oh, there's a Jamaican curry?
Yes.
I've never tried making Jamaican food before.
Everyone have their own spice. So I'll add that. Then later, the last thing that goes in are my pepper.
Okay. Are we still making use of the onions, or we're good?
I'll still make use of the onions.
Okay, and then of course the carrots? Or are these for garnishing?
These ones are just for garnishing.
With the tomatoes, right?
Yes,
it's for garnishing. At what point do these go in? Scary looking peppers.
I'll add it very soon.
Okay. Okay.
I want when you're eating it, you just feel that hotness.
All right, so good for you today. You don't have to eat this food because I have a feeling that Chef Tina is up to something. She wants to make our guests go and lose their hearts. Hopefully they'll be very hot. Anyway, we have to go on a break now. Stay with us. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
How is your Monday looking so far? Great? Good? Just average? Not to worry, it's about to get better because, you know, hey, we are very, very hopeful that we're going to succeed in accomplishing our mission for today.
Yes, indeed. We've done 2 hours already.
Yeah.
And we still look nice and fresh for you. The show's not over yet, just
it's
in
not
case.
Easy.
Just in case you're just waking up.
You didn't see my makeup artist and hairstylist running off set just
and
now.
Tuning in. We still have another 45 minutes to go for you. My name is Yomi Orope.
And I'm Titilayo Onyusona. We're streaming live on Facebook right now at TVC Connect. For comments, ensure our hashtag is right there in the palm of your hand. Ready for Twitter, ready for Facebook, ready for Instagram. Use it, use it, use it. Don't forget sending your birthday shout-outs ahead of tomorrow. That's with pictures and names of people you're sending a shout-out to. And use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria.
All right, now lots of things to look forward to over the next 45 minutes. There's food, there's music.
Yes, sir.
We've done our motivation for the day already. So if you didn't catch that, please check out our YouTube page.
Yes, sir.
and you'll find Victoria Praise Abraham talking about happiness, how to be deliberate about happiness and intentional about it.
Music, they say, is good for the soul. For a musical performance, we have T Classic coming up soon. Joining us to talk about starting and sustaining a business from scratch is, you know, in Nigeria it's not easy. We have to hear from the founder of GHA, a health communications company that provides PR services to health and wellness organizations. Hopefully we can take a tidbit or two from Kemi Olaoye. And our celebrity guest for the day is Nollywood actress and producer Okpeyemi Ayeola. All right.
You know, one of the reasons I dropped my middle name was because people pronounce it in different
really,
ways.
Mary? Are you going there? Are you going, Mary?
Yes. So, you know what I mean, right?
What is your middle name, though?
Oh, my full name is actually Mary Bashwa Alimi.
Okay.
Yeah, but because of so many Baswas and Baswa and Baswayi, I took it out and decided to keep it simple.
Mike, what's your middle name?
So you now,
what's your middle name?
So because of people now, you now change your name now.
What's your middle name?
I don't want anybody ruining my name. I'm proud of my name.
Okay, so my middle name.
When I'm signing documents and all my documents is the full name, Mary
Bashwa. I'm not doubting that. My point is that changing your name because people don't pronounce it, you teach them. Or taking it off. You teach them how to pronounce it.
His middle name, and now we've turned it into.
I know Mike's middle name.
What's my middle name?
I won't tell you.
Yeah? What's your middle name?
Is it my first to have middle name? Yes, you have a middle name, by the way.
No, you don't have to have a middle name.
You don't have to have a middle name. Yes, now.
There's certain people who don't have a middle name.
What's your middle name?
No, I do have a middle name.
What's your middle name?
My middle name is Kolawole. Everything that has to do with me is money.
Whoa!
But you don't.
Wealth, money, riches.
But you don't have you don't have an English name. You don't have an English name?
No, like a baptismal name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You know how they say baptismal name? Like Peter or John or something like that.
So like my sisters and I, we all have Muslim names. Okay. And we also have Christian names. Because my dad married a Muslim. That's my mom, though she's not a Christian. So we were all christened the Muslim way as well. So mine is actually not too far from mine. It's also Moriam. Like
Moriam.
Yeah.
Moriam. Mary Moriam. Nice,
yeah,
nice.
So, yeah. My
so
sisters,
since nobody asked mine, I'm not planning to tell you.
Yeah, don't tell us. Don't tell us. We don't want.
Me,
Mike doesn't want to know. So.
We don't want.
I want to know. You're welcome again. It's time for another performance on Wake Up Nigeria, and this time is going to be by T Classic. Now, T Classic is what is known as, but his real name is Ajayi Tolulope, and T Classic started his music journey from secondary school, but went professional about 4 years ago and got signed to Mix Ninja Entertainment. Last year, he released 4 singles and has worked with Miyokun, Peruzzi, Terry, and many others. He's about to give us Nobody Fine Pass You. So who wrote that song?
Me, no, of
you
course.
wrote it,
Yeah,
so you
sure.
write songs as well?
Yeah, of course. I can write a song for you if you want.
Oh, sure. That would be really nice. So Nobody Fine Pass You.
Yeah,
what
Nobody
informed
Fine.
the song?
Like, it was just a song I composed for my guy. His girlfriend left him because of... you were scared, okay. His girlfriend left him because of because of money. So I just decided to write something about that.
Okay, so the song is about loving somebody no matter what?
Yeah.
So how does the Nobody Fine Pass You enter?
Yeah, as like at the end of the day, you know I love you, nobody fine pass you. So you don't want to...
So you're still in love with her. Did she come back?
No worry about that.
The way you even acted, Seth, like
no, it's just...
So are you in a relationship yourself?
I'm still young. I'm not for now.
Is it because your mom and your dad are watching? Are you in a relationship right now? Is it yes or no answer?
No for now.
None for now. But you've been in relationships?
No for now.
Okay, let's assume your parents aren't watching now.
Yeah.
You've been in relationships, honestly.
Sure.
Okay,
sure.
okay. And nobody has ever broken your heart?
No.
You've never been heartbroken?
No.
So you can't write a song about heartbreak then? You can't relate unless through your friends?
Yeah, maybe something like that, yeah.
Through your friends, because it's your Nobody Fine Pass You. I really want to listen to the lyrics.
All right, no problem.
I really want to listen to it. Okay, so you've worked with a number of artists.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're looking forward to working with a number of artists yourself, more of them.
Yeah, I would like to work with people like Davido, Wizkid, Kiss Daniel,
and you know, a lot of people doing good music.
So, amongst the people you worked with, what songs did you make with them?
I've worked with Mayokun, titled Fall in Love. And
whose song was it? Yours or you?
My song.
Okay,
my song.
Fall in Love.
Fall in Love, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you're not in love right now. Okay, go on. Okay.
Yeah, and I have like a couple of songs, like I've not dropped them.
Okay.
So I have songs with Peruzzi.
What's it called?
Where You Day. Like,
Where You Day.
Like it doesn't have like title. Like it's just a new song.
Okay, but it's not love related.
Something like that.
Okay, then which other one do you have?
I have a lot of songs.
You have a lot of songs.
Yeah, Isabella, I Want You, Special Girl.
Great.
I'm a lover boy.
You're a lover boy who hasn't had his heart broken, so it's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna really pay attention to the lyrics of your song because I want you to perform right now.
No
okay?
problem. Yeah.
So take it away.
All right.
As well. And the third thing, has anyone ever told you that you and Kiss Daniel have said
again?
You see, like at a point I was like, okay, am I hearing Kiss Daniel somewhere?
you know, Kiss Daniel is a good artist.
Yes.
So you comparing me with Kiss Daniel, I think is, it's
great.
something
Well,
good. Yeah.
you guys should do a song together. It
Of
would be
course,
almost
we're
like
working
a
on that,
duel
we're
to
working on
face
that,
it.
we're
Nobody will
working
be able
on
to tell you apart. All right,
Yeah.
then it's about time for us to head over for our SME series, and Yomi is on standby for that.
Ah, thanks. And a great performance there. I love it. All right, so Kemi Olawe is the founder and CEO of GHA, which is a health communications company focused on providing PR services to health and wellness organizations. Now, before embarking on this journey, she had been a journalist in the field of health for about 7 years and even won the WIMBIZ Impact Investment Competition in 2018. She also sits on the board of a couple of non-governmental organizations. And she's joining us this early Monday morning to this SME series. I like it because we go into different industries. Absolutely. And we've been doing manufacturing for a while and even fashion. But today we're looking at what you do, which is sort of like a niche area. Not just PR in general, which everybody knows about, but you're focusing on health and wellness organizations. Now, talk to us about how this all began.
Okay, so first, I must say that just like you said, you've been focusing a lot on manufacturing and all of those other sectors. But I feel like healthcare is that particular sector that is underrepresented. You know, people don't talk about it as much. And we all know that a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. For me, it started, I actually have a background in healthcare. I'm a physiotherapist. I finished from the College of Medicine, University of Lagos. And right from when I was in school, I always had a passion for media. I always had a passion for speaking, educating people about health. And so eventually, so the funny thing was that I was just working in an organization, in a digital health company, and I would always have organizations approach me and say, another thing that you don't know actually is that in healthcare, hospitals and clinics and many pharmaceutical companies are not allowed to advertise publicly. So you would never see a billboard of maybe a hospital. Is because there are actually policies by the council about it. And so what you must do...
just like the legal profession, you can't just advertise openly.
No, you cannot. You cannot. And so what happened was that I always had organizations who would approach me and say that, oh, you know, we're a clinic. We know you do a few things in media. Do you think you can help us with this? And it just started like that. So I helped this particular clinic and then another clinic. And then before I knew what was happening, I had like 4 clients and it just grew from there. And we've had some of the biggest, names.
Clients
in
as well.
healthcare.
It's amazing because, sometimes in this kind of industry, when people talk about either media or public relations, people say it's tough. And, but you started and, you decided that, you were going to move away from the field that you were in before and then focus on the business. So for you as a person, because I always like to ask this question of people, moving away from a salary job where it's a bit, it's a bit chill, it's a bit relaxed. So whether or not your boss is watching you or whatever, at the end of the month you get a salary. But then you move on to saying, you know what, I want to be a job provider. And what does it take to be an entrepreneur? Because that's one of the biggest questions out there right now.
Well, it's a very tough one. But what I would always say is that, so for me, when I started, I was working and I worked for almost 2.5 years. you know, and then eventually I realized it was something that I needed to step out. And so what I always say is that first, when you decide to leave your salary job to go full-time into entrepreneurship, one, are you making at least twice of your salary from your business?
Right.
That's the first thing. Because the thing is that if you keep saying passion, 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 and hungry man cannot do the work. Exactly. So I always say that ensure that you're making at least twice of your salary from your business. I always say that you also need to ensure that you're emotionally ready. For me, to be honest with you, when I left my job for the first month, I cried. I literally cried at least twice every week. It was a tough one for me because I knew that I didn't have salary. I couldn't even take out of my business money just anyhow because, you know, it's a business account. I have directors. I also won different competitions. I was accountable to people. I just couldn't take the money. So I was also on a salary, which was not as much as I used to be when I was working. So it was very tough for me. But what I always say is plan, plan, and plan. To be honest, plan.
So planning is very key. You know, Absolutely. Of course, when you're striking out on your own, especially in this kind of environment where a lot of businesses have to do things for themselves. One of the areas that I know is a big deal for many young entrepreneurs is finances and managing finances, you know, watching the books and things like that. Did you have to learn that from scratch or did you have to hire consultants and things?
Oh no, I've had to learn everything from scratch. So the thing is that because I operate in a niche market, it also means that there are very few businesses for me to model after. Right. I can't really say that, I just started a restaurant and we've had this restaurant, so I can model after them.
Exactly.
But because I operate in a niche market, I have literally had to create all my business templates, all the tools that we use for our clients. I had to create them by myself. You know, I've had to take courses online, international organizations and all of that. And so the same thing for finances for me. I think the first thing is that I always apply for competitions. I've also been very privileged as well to win quite a number of competitions. I've also been very privileged to be recognized by a lot of organizations for the work that we do.
For instance, the Wimbies Award.
Oh yeah, the Wimbies. And even more recently, I was also recognized by Leading Ladies as one of the 100 most inspiring women in Nigeria. And so that has also been very encouraging. That has helped us. And for me, what I always say is that I don't also bite more than I can chew. When I started my business, I didn't have any office. We just got our office in January. And to be honest with you, thank you. And to be honest with you, it's not as beautiful as your studio. It's not as equipped.
Well, it's a good place to start.
But it's a good place to start, yes. But I'm very positive that as time... And then another thing is that I started just by myself. I didn't have any staff. I didn't have any employee. Eventually, I hired one, and then I have about 4 to 5 staff now. So I feel like, you know, just keep growing.
So this is an amazing success story.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow, Kemi, thank you so much for joining us and for inspiring us as well. Letting us know what to do, and you can start small, get your own office, and you know, from 1 to 4 staff. Yeah, success story.
Thank
and
you.
Hopefully, we're going to be looking out for you and ensuring
Absolutely,
that
you should.
When you come back on the show, you will probably have like 10 staff or 20.
And we'll be in different countries across West Africa.
Wow, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a short recess, and we resume with our celebrity guest for today on the show. All right, we promised you our celebrity guest. Now she's here.
Yes, so it took quite a bit for us to make sure she was fully ready for today's show.
Fully ready.
But she's
hair
right
and
here
makeup,
now.
all the glam, everything. You'll see her when, of course, I'm sure once you see her, you know who she is.
Opeyemi Ayola started her career as with Papa Ajasco and Company, and she did television for about 2 years before she began to feature in movies.
Yeah, she took a break from acting in 2007 when she got married and relocated to London.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, with her husband. But she has been back for a while and won the Best Supporting Actress at the BON Awards in 2015.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Good morning.
Look at that smile on her face.
Oh, yes. That's the secret. Good makeup. Thank you, wonderful TVC crew. Good hair.
Oh.
And of course that.
The outfitting, I love this top.
Oh, thank you. You're not having it, though.
I've been trying to butter you up.
For the past
I've been buttering you up
10 minutes
like
since
we're best friends. And it's not working, but it's fine. It's fine. So welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm so honored.
All right. Have you been watching the show?
Well, I have tried to say it.
Yeah?
So I know, yeah. It's very early bird. I'm not usually an early bird.
Yeah, so we had to drag you out
so you had to
on the Monday of all days.
Yeah.
Wow.
With all the traffic and all that.
All right, so we mentioned earlier that you took a break from acting. I think that was in
2007.
07, for about 10 years. That's a long break to take, you know, that's from the industry. But then when you came back in, everybody was like, oh, she's back, let's go.
Yeah.
You know, but that 10-year break, can we talk a bit about it? What was happening during that 10-year break?
Well, 10 years, obviously I had to me it was like a compulsory sabbatical for me. Because at the time, the only thing in my head was family. I didn't know how to sort of merge family and my career, and because I've seen some of my colleagues do it and a bit, you know, didn't really go well, and I know what it takes to keep the career, and you know, and I, you know, thought to myself like, okay, you know what, you need to do make some sort of sacrifices sometimes, and as a typical 100% Ijebu Nigerian woman. So I decided family first. So obviously my husband stays in the UK, so I had to relocate and meet him and, you know, start.
And you have a football team now.
Ah, I wish. I've got 2 sons, thank God, and I've got a husband and me.
One of the things that I usually like to ask actors who are supposed to be something else is, what did you do with your certificate? Like, so you got your accounting degree, and you just hid it under the table forever.
I'm trying to frame it, I think.
Oh, you framed it?
I haven't framed it. I'm trying to put it in a frame.
Just frame it.
So at least just frame it and let everybody know, yeah, I went to school.
You know, so, but you've never done anything in that area, obviously.
I have never done anything that has to do with accountancy.
Wow.
Accounting, aside counts money. My money, my husband's money, sort of trying to do some sort of bookkeeping for myself, private things, but I haven't.
I want to backtrack to when Papa Ajasco was out.
Yeah.
Now, Papa Ajasco was the sitcom of that age, and you getting a role on Papa Ajasco. How was that for you? How did you feel about that when you got
Well, I think my case was a case of accidental, you know, it wasn't something that was planned. Because my younger brother used to attend Binta International School.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So on this fateful day, I just went to visit him. He was in a boarding school at the time. And we used to live not too far away from the place. And they were shooting Papa Ajasco.
Wow.
And trust me, I like to pop my noses in what doesn't concern me sometimes. What you're about to I do a lot of Bebono. You know, sometimes it could be positive Bebonos. You know, I'm always online. I'm trying to see what's happening again. So I went there as usual, the usual me. And I was peeping and saying, yeah, Ajasco, yeah. And lo and behold, I just noticed that all eyes on me. Apparently, they had already casted some lady to play newscaster role and all that, and she didn't turn up. There was no phone at the time and, you know, stuff like that. So they came, I think it was Leti Yomi Ogumola that was directing at the time, and he walked up to him and was like, Kilorukwe and all that. I'm like, what's happening? Do you act? I said, no, I don't. I'm in school. I was in Ogunpoli at the time. And he said, can you do just a bit of scene? And apparently they were looking at their own money that was running.
Wow.
They just needed anybody around to fit in and play the role. And I didn't know they were sort of begging me onto Destiny. So it took them to call Uncle Wale Adenuga to sort of intervene and big shots. And I was like, a mini superstar. I don't know my mom, know my dad.
And that was how it began?
And that was it, yeah. And I did it like take 100 for one scene.
Wow.
And it was fantastic because over the next few years or so, you worked with Uncle Wale for a while.
Oh yes, we did a lot
different
together.
projects,
yes,
because we started seeing you, and you became almost like a household name.
Yeah, I did a lot of soaps, and I moved on to Uncle Tunji Bamishigwi and all that.
Very nice.
So now I'm wondering how the industry feels now that you took that 10-year break. When you came back in, what were the differences you noticed?
Well, when I came back in, a lot had changed. Gosh, I don't even remember it. I don't even know a lot of my colleagues anymore. There are too many ladies right now. I'm like, I get confused myself. And, you know, I tell them, when you mention names and I don't really know, don't take it hard on me. Just see it as, I've been away for too long. So please, please. And I rarely had time at the time to watch a lot of films. But the thing is, everything had changed. You know, I don't know. Well, the not too positive change is at the time when I was still there, it was based on, you know, passion and merit and, you know, hard work. But right now it's like everybody's just, it's like, pardon me, it's like Ojo Yingbo. Yingbo market, you know, like everybody's in it. And I don't, sometimes I get confused and I get lost and I just try and snap myself back into it and say, okay, do your bit.
So, and of course, while you're doing your bit, what you're probably doing now is focusing on more of a legacy and, you know, being choicy about the appearances that you're going to be making in films and stuff. Are you like that? Are you thinking of the things that you're going to be doing, particularly in the area of movies? And
yes, because I've struggled and suffered way too long to just let the, you know, trend, the new trend, you know, take that away from me.
Okay.
When you've set a foundation for yourself, I think the best thing is just to build on it and get better, not wash it down.
Amen to that. So we have an amazing meal that's been prepared in the kitchen, and we want you to taste it.
Because we woke you up very early in the morning.
We woke you up
in the morning.
Chef Tina will explain what she's put together.
Oyibo food?
Well, we will find out when we get there. Please, please
all right, thank
come
you.
with us. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
okay. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Let's go. No, let's go. Let's go.
All right.
That's live TV for you.
Yeah.
Anything happens. Anything goes.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Hello. Morning.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Morning.
Please take a seat.
Am I having everything?
Easy.
Pick and
Take a
choose.
seat.
You can pick and choose.
Okay.
All right,
Gotcha.
so today's chef is Chef Tina. And today she's made this fantastic dish, Jamaican. Tell us about it.
Okay, I made Jamaican curry stew.
Okay.
And white rice.
Oh, good.
Jamaican curry stew.
Yeah.
Is that chicken I'm saying?
Yes, that's chicken.
No,
As you can see how
Okay, I think
international
it's time for us.
Okay,
Chicken.
I like that design.
Ooh, so please have a taste. So it's all about the tasting and the eating now.
I hope you won't tell me to just have, you know, like a pinch.
No, please.
I'm having everything.
Can I have it all?
Oh, we're using fork and knife as well? Oh, my God.
You can drop
This is a posh set.
Okay, let's remove the knife then. Let's make it less posh. Let's go. Please compensation. Would you prefer spoon? Yes,
So this is your compensation for
Okay, as a Shagamite, can I have spoon?
Okay, let's get a spoon then. Yeah, we'll get a spoon for you. Don't worry, you guys go ahead.
While that is going on, so Chef Tina, tell us how this came about.
I like going all over the country, you know, to play with their dishes. And I don't like that one thing. So this one is the Jamaican curry soup, like I rightly said. I had my chicken, I had my green pepper, red pepper. Then I have my Jamaican curry.
Let's try it.
I have my Jamaican curry. I have my all mixed, all grinded purpose seasoning. Then I have my olive oil, which is healthy. So.
Okay, so this is olive oil that you used to
Yes.
put this all together.
Ooh,
Very
it
nice.
smells amazing too.
Smells nice.
Try the sauce. You
It
will
smells
love it.
so nice.
Thank you.
So you're about to taste?
I like the pepper.
Whoa.
What do you think?
Jamaicans like spicy food.
I'm eating like Oyinbo. Let it go down.
All right.
Marinated.
It's time for us to say our thank yous on the show. Big thank you to all our guests for joining us.
Yes, indeed.
And our final guest for, I don't know whether we should be thanking you or whether you should be thanking us for the breakfast. But we're thanking you for waking up early.
Yes, indeed. And of course, thank you to our friends at Homely and of course at Fola's Place. You know that they're a big part of the show. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Monday, y'all. Imagine.
We're done with our Monday show. We're
Started
back
the week.
again tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
6 a.m. It's no longer 7 days.
You need to know.
On the show. Tuesday.
We'll be back tomorrow morning.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.